Hi, it's one of the Grand Engineer core developers here playing Whiskey and Lemons beta. This time I have started 1863 campaign in the career mode, and I'm currently a brigade commander in the 21st Corps in Army of the Cumberland. With a little creative cheating, I will be showing you how proceeding in the order of battle or in the command structure works, and what kind of new features there are in this DLC for the main campaigns. So if we go and check out the core here, that's me and my 3rd Brigade from the state of Ohio. And currently I cannot be promoted to command a division because my rank prevents that. I'm currently just a colonel. So the first thing to do is to get me promoted to Brigadier General. And if we go check out the career panel here, rank progression can be seen here. So next rank will be Brigadier General, and we could use prestige to basically instantly allow that promotion, but it's 2,200 prestige points that are required, and currently I have only 630. But fast forward and cheat a bit, I have now sufficient amount of prestige to secure that promotion for myself, and also some money for some items here. And I'm fully equipped for my promotion, so now I will influence it here. It will cost 2.2 thousand prestige points, but next thing is that promotion will be secured for myself. Speed up the game a bit, and here comes the promotion. Congratulations, so I can now apply the command a brigade or a division. So now I am able to apply for command in one of the divisions as well. So I think Van Cleve is a bit too old for this show, so I'll just apply the command that division. This costs again prestige, and also there could be some resentment from Van Cleve, but that's not an issue. So apply, and now I'm commanding this division here. And from here to advance further, I will require the rank of Major General. And again, it will take some time for me to secure that rank, as shown here. And also the prestige cost is quite high, but I will still try to achieve that, first of all by using some of these actions to increase my prestige. So let's throw a party to have some further prestige, and then of course cheat. The action is now completed, so a party with increased prestige has been completed. You can see it here, and also by cheating I also increased my prestige to over 4k. Here you remember that in the actions card game you have limited amount of cards you can play in each category. So basically, due to my current rank and position, I can have 2 actions per category. But a good thing is that if I play, for example, the party card, I can then use it without using the other available action in influence category by leveling it up. So throw a party, if I click that again, I will get the next level with the same benefits, and also I retain the empty slot here for another card. Basically, more cards will become available with companions, rank, and position. Okay, so now let's secure the promotion to Major General, which currently is the highest possible rank in the Union Army. And congratulations, I'm a Major General, so I can command any of these shown formations here. From which army group is the new thing that comes in the DLC. And let me explain that next. And here's the information that what this new command of division brings in game terms. Okay, to the army groups. There's a new project in the game now, in the main campaigns, which is called Command Reform. And this requires military 3 policy to be activated. So like we can see here, the policy is missing, so we cannot yet activate it. And also it would cost prestige for me to do it, because it's the military leadership doing this, or giving these orders and doing the decisions, not myself. So I could only do this by applying my own prestige. So what is required is military 3 policy, which is here. Currently we cannot do it because there's not enough prestige for me to basically force the politicians to follow this route. But with sufficient amount of prestige I can do it. So let me just show how that works. Now you can see I have miraculously gained 6,000 prestige. So now I can influence that the politicians will start activating military 3 policy. So clicking that allows me to influence it, and now it's being researched. And it will take some time to get activated, but after that we have the possibility to do the command reform. Okay, and with some creative cheating, I have activated military 3 policy, influenced the politicians to go that way, and now it's possible for me to also influence the activation of this command reform project. So let's appoint it using prestige, which again has miraculously appeared. And like that, command reform is now active, and basically this unlocks the possibility to create new army group formations that basically can command multiple armies. But only the commanding general can actually do that. And currently I'm just a mere division commander and not commanding general of the armies. That's actually Henry Halleck. So again, I need to pull a few strings to get myself promoted to that position, and after that I can basically start also working with the army groups. And congratulations me, I have been assigned by the president to be the commanding general of the Union armies, and now basically this has unlocked all the military command in the Union to me. So basically what I can do is I can move, command, manage all the armies and fleets in my in my nation, and this includes also managing those army groups. Another new option that comes with this position is influencing weapon production. So if we go to the military tab, now weapons option is available for me. Earlier this was locked, and it has some new options and features you can see here on the top. So basically, as the commanding general, the government is giving me annual budget for buying weapons, and currently I have some $20,000 to use for weapon purchases. Of course, this is increasing all the time, and currently with 20k, if I want to buy something, it's not sufficient. So let's, for example, look at Burnside carbine. It would cost quite a lot to produce these, and the required logistics, ammunition, and so on. So I don't have sufficient money. But as commanding general, I can use my prestige to insist that more money is required for weapon production and procurement, and it can be applied here. So basically I'm using prestige to influence the budget allocation, and with 500 prestige I will get further money to use. So now I have a sufficient amount for actual weapon purchases. So for example, I can order 5,000 Burnside carbines, or at least let's take some better weapon type that we actually need. I think we go with Napoleons. So let's order 64 new 12-pounder Napoleons, and now the order is in, and you can see there's not so much money left anymore. And with that I can buy, for example, a couple of thousand Burnside carbines that I can then use to equip my cavalry units. So that's how weapon procurement works now in the career mode when you are the commanding general. When you're not the commanding general, you basically can, with your prestige, upgrade weapons, but only if weapons are available. So somebody else is taking care of the weapon procurement for you. Okay, now to the army groups. So basically what I would like to do is to appoint a commander that will take care of coordination in Tennessee. So in this case it will be Army of the Cumberland and Army of the Tennessee. So you can see here the new button to assign to army group, and with this you can also create a new army group. So I will just do that, and now we have a army group called Second Army Group, and Joseph Hooker has been appointed the commander there by the president. An odd choice, but we will go with that. And now we can see that in this army group, the Second Army Group, there's Army of the Tennessee attached to it. And with Hooker's rank and experience, he can have up to 3 military units assigned to this army group. And how this army group works is that depending on the commander's attributes, all units in this army group will receive certain bonuses, which are shown in here. So order delays are improved, morale recovery is faster, readiness increases faster, and reinforcement times are quicker on the campaign map. But this doesn't happen instantaneously. So like you can see here, currently it says 177 days. That is the coordination time. So basically, when this time is up and this organization has existed for 177 days, then Army of the Tennessee is able to harness the full bonus shown here. So currently with 0 stars it has none of this bonus, but with time this bonus will increase, and this fighting unit, this army group, will become a lot more effective. So let's add also Army of the Cumberland to the second army group like that, and now we can see that there are 2 army groups in it with the coordination time shown here. As the commanding general, I could replace the commander. This is only available as a commanding general in the career mode, but in normal campaign it's of course available. And you have a limited selection of commanders that fulfill the requirements, which is basically they have to have rank of Major General in case of playing as the Union, and they also need to have sufficient amount of experience. So for example, if we would take Major General Schofield, make him the army group commander, you can see here in the bottom how the bonuses would change. So basically with his experience and attributes this would go down by quite a lot, or up depending on the bonus. And sometimes there's the possibility that you simply don't have sufficient amount of experienced commanders, so you in that case cannot create new army groups. Okay, so the second army group under Hooker is now consolidating this command structure, and we can find the army group HQ in here, which basically is just showing the sort of central area of the attached units. So we have Army of the Tennessee here in the southern part of Mississippi, and we have Army of Cumberland, or Army of the Cumberland here in Tennessee. So what this actually means is that these armies are too far away from each other to be effectively coordinated, which is shown with this circle, with this army group headquarters symbol. So basically if I would move these armies closely together, they would fit inside this circle, and then these coordination bonuses would be applied. So currently they're too far away to actually improve coordination, but the commander is still influencing the commanders here and there, their attributes, so it was not for nothing, at least. But like I said, this army group HQ is not physically here on the campaign map, it's just showing the position, the central position of all its attached units, and in battles it's assumed that the army group commander would be coordinating the efforts, but of course the command would be with the armies themselves, and he will not appear as a playable headquarters unit in battles, but he will of course reap the benefits, like in case of career, the prestige, and also experience, fame, and so on growth. And currently I cannot apply to command this army group because first of all I don't have a sufficient amount of prestige, and also I'm not experienced enough, so unfortunately that is not possible for me at this point. Another new feature are the garrisons. So for example here we have the 16th Corps marching into Alabama, and while doing so the lines of communications will be quite long and unprotected, so I can use some of the 16th Corps units for garrison duties. So how this works is I open the army management for 16th Corps here, and for example I'll use this brigade, the 4th brigade, as a garrison unit, and the button is here to deploy garrison. And when clicked, you can see that the unit disappeared from the order of battle. So the garrison can be seen deployed here, 4th brigade garrison. And it basically works a similar way as fortifications work currently, except that it requires no time to construct, so it's instantaneous and has no delay. And also these forts are not equipped with their own artillery, and they're not well protected. So basically these forts are not formidable obstacles, for example, to enemy armies, but still sufficient to force them to react. And in battles, these garrisons that are in range to the fighting can also reinforce the battles, and the enemy will need to fight these garrisons in order to bypass them or go through them. And in that case, if the garrison is not strong enough, for example, in this case the single brigade here, if the garrison would then retreat or withdraw, it would then join the nearest friendly field unit and join its order of battle. So that's how garrisons work. The garrisons can then be managed just like any other garrison in the management, and you can transfer units to and fro to strengthen these. And the garrison from the map will be removed in case I transfer the only unit, let's say 9th Corps here, and if I drop this brigade away from the garrison is now empty and it was removed from the map, so it will not remain there like fortifications would. One other thing, when you are the commanding general of the Union armies or the general-in-chief for the Confederacy, is that you have your staff that is not tied to any military unit on the map, but this is now your basically the highest level personal staff. And here are the positions that you will be able to fill, and these will basically provide now bonuses not only to yourself but also to the whole Union military. So for example, appointing a chief of engineers will increase movement speed on the campaign map. And if you take for example Paymaster General here, Patrick is a good choice. What he allows is that the contract renewal is increased in the whole of the Union army, and so on. Okay, that was some further information about the upcoming Whiskey and Lemons DLC and the features that it has. And the DLC will be released on August 25th, so a couple of days remaining, and I hope you have fun with the game and the DLC and enjoy the new career mode. Okay, thanks, bye.